Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Shantae from Simply Shantae's Plans. In today's video, I'll be filling out my ideal week for the next 3 to 4 months. So an ideal week is basically the skeletons or the bare bones or the blueprint, however you want to call it, for how my week will be set up. I have an example from the last quarter, quarter 2, from April to June. I've been using the same one-ish for July just because it's my summer break and it's a really short transitionary period, but I'm getting ready to set up my next ideal week as I move back into my school year. We start in just a few days and I need structure. The reason I set up my ideal week is because it makes weekly planning a lot simpler and faster because I already know where I have time and where I don't, what my availability is, and it just helps also when scheduling appointments or vacations or plans with friends. I already know when I am free. Then during weekly planning, like I said, it makes it a lot faster because I just kind of have to plug and chug, put stuff in, and I kind of already have a flow for my time. I've been doing a weekly ideal week for about a year. I'm actually using this free printable from MakseLife. MakseLife is a planner brand that focuses on goal setting. I'm an affiliate and I love the brand. I love the founder, and they have been instrumental in my goal achieving journey. And this resource is free. So if you want to print this out and make your own ideal week after this video, let me know. I can help you get this free printable. Also, if you don't have a printer, go ahead and just sketch this out. Really what it is Monday through Sunday and then 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. across the side. You could easily sketch this out on a piece of paper. So today's purpose is to set up my ideal week for the next few months. I do this every few months because my life changes a lot and what I'm doing changes a lot, and so I don't want to get too stagnant. Also, I love routine, but I can get bored, and when I get bored, I start doing weird things, and I just want to make sure that I'm always on track to meet my goals or have something to fall back to if I get off track, which is why I am setting up a new one today. I have a kind of a process that I go through when setting up my ideal week, and I'll walk you through that as I'm doing it. The things that I need are a ruler. This one's see-through, so I don't know if you can see it. Obviously a pen. I use the mild liners that correspond with the MakseLife colors, but any color coding system you use will work. And then I always keep the most recent one handy just so I can kind of see what I was doing. To be quite honest, it doesn't change all that much from week to week, but a little bit, so I want to make sure. Then I always make sure that I write out my big rocks or the things that I can't move or don't want to move on a post-it notes, and I start there. So for example, my work schedule, that will not change. I'm a teacher, I have a contract. That's not going to change. The other thing I want to be super intentional about scheduling into my week is setting up things for Simply Shantae's Plans to make sure that I'm being consistent, because I am having a lot of fun on YouTube here, and I know that life is going to get a little crazy soon, but I want to continue this hobby because I enjoy being here and being in community with all of you. So I put that on a post-it note as well, and I'm actually going to start there. I'm going to go ahead and write in my work schedule, and I'm just going to outline it in this pen using my ruler. This year my work schedule is 7:45 to 4:15 every day except Wednesday. We are there until 5:15. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and just fill that in right now because that is going to be a huge chunk of time. I have 2 copies here just in case I mess up. To be completely honest, this also helped me with my work-life balance because once I saw how much time I was spending at work during the week, I was like, oh, absolutely no more. I will not be working at night. I will not be doing that because I see how big of a chunk this already is. And I have other priorities. I am a teacher, but I'm also more than that. And it just really helped me kind of put things into perspective, seeing it like this. So if you are someone who needs a visual, try doing your weekly ideal week. It might help you out a little bit with mindset, because for me, I was like, oh, it doesn't hurt to spend 30 minutes here, an hour there, and I have to do it or it won't get done, you know, that kind of thing. But for me, seeing this really helped me, like, actually, I'm not getting paid for that time, and it's already taking out so much time. It's not fair to me, it's not fair to my partner, etc., etc. So that is my work block. It is pretty big. I'm gonna go ahead and color code it now with my mild liner. This is the, like I said, just the colors for MakseLife, and you can use whatever colors you want if you are going to recreate something like this for yourself. This is just what I prefer because it's how I'm used to color coding in my goals and in my planner already. So let me just fill this in and I will be right back. Okay, work is in and I am ready to move on. One thing that helped me when I was first starting to do this practice of creating my ideal week was to think about my time in my goal area categories. The MakseLife system has 8 different categories. There's personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, relationships, health and wellness, personal development and spirituality, financial and physical environment. It was helpful for me to dedicate time to those categories and just know that during those times I would be doing activities related to those type of goals. So if that is something that is helpful for you, if you're looking at your ideal week and you're like, I don't know what to put here, you could also think about it as categories, or depending on what kind of big rocks or non-negotiable, non-movable things you have, you might have less space to fill in. But for me, really, this is the only thing that I have that I cannot move. So I have all of this other time to fill in. So it was helpful to think about, what are my goals? How long will it take me to achieve them? How much time do I need to dedicate each week to those? So I'm going to move on now to working on my health and wellness. And I consider meal planning, my AM and PM routine, any physical activity or exercise, meal times, and things like that as part of my health and wellness category, because those are actions that are directly related to my goals in those areas. And what I like to do is make sure that I have time for meals and then also grocery shopping. My partner and I go grocery shopping on Mondays. That just works out best for us. Neither of us ever want to do it on the weekend, and also I don't know why anybody would want to do it on the weekend unless you absolutely had to, but we like to do it on Mondays. And then we usually get takeout on Mondays because it's bachelor night and we are tired from grocery shopping. So on the weekends we typically eat a little bit later, but I like to put the time here as the same because that is my plan. This is my ideal week. I know it won't work out perfectly every week like this, but that is the goal at least. So I'm just going to fill in this time across the whole week, and this will be grocery shopping / dinner and cleaning it up. Because this is just like a little draft, I don't care if it's perfect. I do use the ruler, but I do make some mistakes, and that is just fine with me. And then I will go ahead and color in the section with the mild liner for dinner. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and write in this. Here we go, dinner. And I also always put cook, eat. Alright, And then on Monday, I'm just going to put groceries because it is grocery time. Great. Then during the school day, I don't know when my lunch break will be this year, but in the past it's been around 11 or 11:30, so I'm going to just go ahead and mark that right now as lunchtime, except on Fridays. I know Fridays lunch is at like 12:30 because they are minimum days for students, full days for teachers. And I'm just going to go ahead and write lunch for each of these days. I like that this printable goes all the way to 10 p.m. versus some other printables I found that stop at like 7, because I don't go to bed at 7. So I need that time. And for me, especially during the work week, this period from like 5 to 10, it can easily be spent on the couch watching TV. And I don't want to do that. I really don't. So I need to make sure that I am being intentional with that time. Alright, going to fill in my PM routine. I like to start my PM routine at 9:30. I usually don't go to bed till about 11. But if I start at 9:30, then I get the essential things done, like brushing my teeth and taking my medicine, because when I get really tired, I just don't want to do that. I know that sounds gross. It might be gross to some people. But when I'm really tired, brushing my teeth and washing my face is the last thing that I care about. So if I start it early, then it's great. Also, if I brush my teeth, it prevents me from late night snacking, which is also a great benefit. This coloring is really ugly right now, but it's fine. So this is the start of my PM routine, about 9:30, and then I typically go to sleep around 11. All right, PM routine is in. I kind of want to put in my AM routine. And since I have to be to work at 7:45 this year, I think I'm going to start at 6:30 for my AM routine. And the reason for that is I live super close to where I work. I'm talking less than 5 minutes, which is beautiful. And I don't like to get up early on the weekdays because I don't like to get up to instantly have to do something. Like, that really bothers me, to be honest. I like to get up and like be leisurely and take my time. So I have to get up a little bit earlier than I would like. Anyway, I'm not making sense, but basically I like waking up early. I'm a morning person, but I don't like doing it if I have to get up and go somewhere. So I have to like wake up a little bit earlier so I can be at peace in the morning, which is why I only filled in half of this. The rest of this box from 6:30 to 7 is really going to be my morning peace time. This is when I'll journal, I'll work on my Club Moxie, I'll check in with my spiritual things, all of that. So I'm just going to call it my AM quiet time, because it kind of depends what day it is, what I want to do. But I'll also do my daily gratitude during this time. So that will be there. This is like just personal time. Usually Nye is not awake yet either, so it's good for me to do it then because he's not bothering me. But yeah, so okay. So far I have in my spiritual, this is like my spiritual and personal development time. I have my AM routine, which usually doesn't take me that long, about 30 minutes, especially because I pack my bags the night before. I have my big work chunk, and then I have this extra time outside of work. I'm going to continue working on my ideal week here, and I'm going to just focus on Monday through Friday for right now, and I'll do the weekends separately because they are different. Basically, they have a completely different schedule. So on the weekdays after work, I'm going to try my very best to do some type of physical activity, whether that's walking or whether that is going to the gym. And the reason I want to do it right after work is A, because I'm not going to do it otherwise. Like, if I don't immediately do it, it's not going to happen. And B, it's a good way for me to kind of switch my brain off and switch from teacher Miss Shantae to just Shantae. And if I don't do that, it's very easy for me to bring home whatever happened at school. I know that Nye doesn't particularly care about the workings of a middle school, but he does get to hear it because if I don't like switch my brain off, it's all I can think about. So I have to take some time and really do that. It has honestly helped, again, with my work-life balance, taking the time to kind of shift gears, and it's helped me with that too. So work out. I don't know if I want to put some on Wednesday just because this is a long day for me, honestly, and I probably won't want to do that. So I'm going to leave Wednesday as a break day. The other thing that I like to do right after eating dinner is a daily clean. So this is like an evening tidy, some people might say, but I always pick one area of my house to clean, and that might be the bathrooms, it might be my office, but I only take 30 minutes because I don't want to spend a bunch of time, and it really helps with the weekend cleaning, so I don't have to like spend the entire weekend cleaning my house. Alrighty, I apologize, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but I hope you are following along with me, and also forgiving me for these terribly crooked lines. Oh my gosh, that is so bad. But it's okay. It's just a draft, right? It's right. So this is my daily clean or evening tidy. I have like a little rotation that I use for my house, starting with the top floor and ending with the bottom floor. All right, and then I always want to add in some reading time at the end of the day. I used to do it in the morning, but it just made me sleepy, so I now am doing it at the end of the day, right before my PM routine. It's a good way to unwind. Then I can stop using my phone at 9-ish so that I'm ready for bed at 11. I'm one of those people who gets sucked into my phone, so I have to like physically turn it off, otherwise I'm not gonna turn it off. And oops, I didn't mean to put that line there for Monday because I meant to do something else. Oh no. It'll be okay. I'll fix it. We'll just do this. This whole box is also going to be orange. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. No one said this was going to be a cute ideal week. I know I didn't. Okay. There. So over here, it's going to be reading at least 30 minutes. Usually, once I get started, I can't stop. And then over here, this is going to be TV night. I put it on Mondays because that's Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise night. And usually that's the most TV that I watch. During the week, I just don't have all that kind of time to be watching TV every day. So Monday nights are my TV nights. Tuesday, I'm going to make as part of an editing night for Simply Shantae's plans. And the reason I'm going to be doing that is so that my videos can be posted on Wednesday. I really like posting on Wednesday. It's kind of midweek. By the time I get to Wednesday, a lot of times my favorite content creators have already posted their videos for the week. And then I'm like, but I need more. So that's why I decided to put mine on Wednesday. If you have a preferred day, let me know. We could chat about it. But I am going to edit on Tuesday nights, so my videos are ready to go on Wednesdays. Let me just color that in right quick. And this is going to be editing. SSP. I think this pen is dying. No, it just doesn't like to be writing on top of a matte liner. All right. So Wednesday night will be editing. Wow, Tuesday night we'll be editing and uploading the video. And I don't know if you know this, but on YouTube you can like schedule the video. So I'll also schedule the video for Wednesday mornings. Then let's see what else. On Wednesdays, usually I go see a couple of my favorite twins, and that's usually a weekly event. I love hanging out with them. They are really fun. So I put that here to make sure that I have time, or don't schedule over this time for them. Here we go. I am going to start using a different pen because that one is not writing the way I like it to write. All right, cool. Then I also have to put in the time that I call my grandma. I call my grandmas on Thursdays. And that will not change. My grandmother she's my maternal grandmother, and we call her GD for Grandma Deb. I have literally never called her anything else in my life. Then I'm going to leave the rest of this open because I'll find out what I'm going to put in these times. I do want to say that on Thursdays, I also usually do my like budgeting and transaction and stuff. I've been kind of slacking on that, but I do want to get back into it. So I am going to put it in here because that is ideally what would happen, is like working on money. I'll just say money management. But I have been slacking on this and have been splurging. So I'm going to put that there. I need to do that. Usually I like to log my transactions, check out my like debt repayments, look at my bank account, and just kind of organize everything. Check out my cash envelopes. I like to dedicate time to do that. Otherwise, I don't do it. But like I said, I have been slacking, so I want to get back to it. The rest of this time I will be able to use for other things. I will be able to fill in or adjust slightly if needed throughout the week. This time up here is just going to be honestly me sleeping because I'm not getting up before 6:30, I promise. Okay, let me move on to Saturday and Sunday. I don't like to schedule lunchtime on Saturday and Sunday because I literally never know what we're going to do. And I likes to go on spontaneous adventures. And that means that sometimes I don't know what those are. Sometimes he doesn't put them in our shared calendar. So I don't like to schedule lunch. But what I do like to do is mark off my AM routine. I like to get up by 8 by 8 every day. Because otherwise it's really hard for me to go back to that during the work week. So by 8 a.m. I will be doing my AM routine. I don't like to fill in the top box for this one because I don't know what time, but I'm just gonna put in here AM routine. And let me just actually do that. AM routine here. Then on Saturday mornings, I like to spend some time doing Simply Shantae's plans. This is when I'll film my videos yeah, I'll do Saturday mornings still. Nye likes to sleep in a lot longer than I do, so I like to get up and do it real quick one day, but the other day I like to stay nearby so that way we can hang out in the mornings. Just have like Nye time. I don't know what else to say it, but anyway, we like to do that. So one day will be for Nye and one day will be for Simply Shantae's plans. And honestly, I have to double check which day he prefers, but this is how I'm going to put it for now. SSP, filming, and pictures. And this is nighttime. Cool. Then I will be putting in my planner time. I like to do it at the same time each week. And I usually do it with my friends at 3 p.m. on Sundays. Obviously, I do my planner several times throughout the week, but this is like the big time that I'm doing it. This is when I set up my weekly plans. This is when I work on my goal setting planner, my MakseLife. This is when I do the bare bones for my daily planner and things like that. So that goes in here as fun because while it is necessary, it's also a fun hobby for me and I get to do it with my friends. Then the last thing I want to put in is kind of my weekly reset here. This is some quiet time I take for myself on Sunday nights to connect, to journal, to watch an online church service, all of those kind of things go here. And I like to do that by myself. I'm an introvert. I like to do a lot of things by myself, so that's one of those times, and my housemates just know not to talk to me during then. Alrighty, so I am going to leave it at this. It is, like I said, the bare bones. The biggest things that I want to happen each week are in here. Working, obviously can't change that, but some other things that I want to make sure I make time for, these are my priorities, are in here. I still have a ton of time, like flex time, that I could plug and chug or do other things if I want to go to an event or see something or see a friend. There's still plenty of time for that, but this really helps me visualize when I'm going to be dedicating time to certain goals and how I am going to make sure that they are a priority. When I fill out my weekly planner, I will keep this handy so that way I always know what I have going on and won't schedule over these times. If you are interested in creating an ideal week and would like some support in doing so, please let me know. I love working this out with folks. I've done this with a few of my friends and it has been really fun exercise to just see where your priorities are, what's important to you, what you have to put down, and then where your fun time or free time is. That's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful and enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so now, and also hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I post my next video. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will catch you next time.